Last academic year, Yolanda and Zelda took different courses that did not necessarily administer the same number of quizzes during each of the 2 semesters. Yolanda's average on all the quizzes she took during the first semester was 3 points higher than Zelda's average on all the quizzes she took during the first semester. Yolanda's average on all the quizzes she took during the second semester was 18 points higher than her average for the first semester, and was again 3 points higher than Zelda's average on all the quizzes Zelda took during her second semester. Which one of the following statements cannot possibly be true? So for this problem, the easiest way to go about it, arguably, is to make a small table so that we can figure out Yolanda's and Zelda's quiz averages. Specifically, we don't really need the averages. All we need is the relative difference in their averages for each semester. So in order to do this, we can actually assume, without loss of generality, that Zelda averaged a 0 on her quizzes for semester 1. Now, realistically, this would not make much sense because quiz scores tend to be positive, but for the purposes of this solution, it does not really matter. So looking at the first statement, Yolanda's average on all the quizzes she took during the first semester was 3 points higher than Zelda's average for the first semester. This means that with this assumption that Zelda averaged 0, it follows that Yolanda must have averaged 3 points. Now looking at the next statement, Yolanda's average on all the quizzes she took was 18 points higher than her average for the first semester. This means that Yolanda averaged 21 points during her quizzes on semester 2. Finally, looking at the last condition, we're given that Yolanda's average was also, again, 3 points higher than Zelda's average on the quizzes Zelda took during her second semester. This means that Zelda averaged 18 points during semester 2. Now, it's worth remarking that if 0 is replaced with any other number, such as a, then the resulting averages would be a plus 3, a plus 21, and a plus 18. But as mentioned earlier, this does not really matter because we're only looking at the difference in averages, so we'll keep it like so. Now, let's look at the answer choices, starting with choice A. Yolanda's quiz average for the academic year was 22 points higher than Zelda's. So while we don't know the number of quizzes in semester 1 and semester 2, we can still put lower and upper bounds on the averages for Yolanda and Zelda. So while we don't know how many quizzes Yolanda had in semester 1 and 2, we do know that Yolanda's average has to have been between 3 and 21. Right? There's no way that you can have an average of 3 in semester 1 and an average of 21 in semester 2 and come out with an average that's outside this interval. Similarly, Zelda's average must have been between 0 and 18. Now, if we look here, Yolanda's average cannot have been more than 21 points higher than Zelda's average by looking at the highest average Yolanda could have had. Therefore, this immediately makes statement A true. Therefore, A is the answer. To be complete, let's prove that choices B through E could occur, therefore ruling them out as answer choices. So for choice B, Zelda's quiz average for the academic year was higher than Yolanda's. This could happen if Zelda took more quizzes during semester 2, significantly more quizzes than Yolanda did. Right, so for choice B, right, if Zelda took many quizzes during semester 2, compared to semester 1, then Zelda's average would be close to 18. Yolanda's average could be anywhere between 3 and 21. So B could happen. Therefore, B is not the answer. For choice C, Yolanda's quiz average is 3 points higher than Zelda's. This could happen if Yolanda and Zelda each took one quiz in semester 1 and semester 2. Therefore, C could happen and is not the answer. Choice D, Zelda's quiz average for the academic year equaled Yolanda's. Again, this could happen if we set the number of quizzes in semesters 1 and 2 accordingly. For example, suppose Zelda took one quiz in semester 1, semester 2, and averaged 9 points. Then we can freely choose the number of quizzes Yolanda took in semesters 1 and 2 so that Yolanda averaged 9 points. We see that this could happen. Lastly, with choice E, if Zelda had scored 3 points higher on each quiz she took, then she would have the same average as Yolanda. And similar to choice C, choice E can happen if each person took exactly one quiz in each semester. Then Zelda would have the same average as Yolanda, so choice E could happen. Therefore, we've shown that choices B through E are not correct, therefore the answer is A.